Here at the Taupo Motorsport Park, this is the feature event, 15 laps, and the safety car leads the field around. It's a rolling start, as it always is in the MSC Formula 5000 Tasman Revival Series, brought to you in association with New Zealand Express Transport, Bonnie Specialised Bulk Transport, Pacifica Toll Holdings, Smith & Davies and Avon Tyres. At the back of the field, number 8 Kerry Anderson and 47 Paul Christie. At the front, that's where we expect the fireworks. Ken Smith, Michael Lyons, Mark Dwyer, Tony Richards, they're all in there. Aaron Burson did a fantastic job in race number 1. The safety car is gone, we're underway, and it'll be Ken Smith that lead them into turn 1. Lyons trying to go around the outside of Roger Williams, going with him, and is Aaron Burson, and caught up on the inside, and I think he's going to lose the spot there, and that was Mark Dwyer. Yes, he loses the spot to Michael Lyons. Well, this young kid has been a sensation in 5000 racing back in Europe. Didn't come to Pukekohe, had to stay home in the UK and complete his schooling, his exams, but he's here now, and he's certainly stamped his mark on the field at Taupo. Round 5 of 6, and Ken Smith, the points leader, is in the front here of the feature. The Exide battery supported Lola T430 of David Abbott. Second place man, I think it'll be Michael Lyons now. No, it isn't. It's still Roger Williams in the Interscope T332. Williams drives all sorts of cars. He's got an Oldsmobile Aurora he runs in the all-comers saloon races. And before taking delivery of the Lola, he was driving one of the McRae GM1s that you'll see in this field in the form of Alistair Russell. 64 Lions glued under the rear wing of Williams as they rocket down the big straight. Smith, though, has stolen a bit of a march. He's the points leader. Had a clean sheet at Eastern Creek, won 4 out of 4. Will he win the major events? He seems to make a habit of it, does the veteran Kenny Smith, 67 years of age now. Didn't win the sprint races at Pukekohe a week ago, but won where it counted, and that was the Tasman Revival Grand Prix. Here he is in the feature race here. He's leading it. Williams in second place. Then it's the Viceroy painted Lola T400 of Michael Lyons in 4th. This is Mark Dwyer. And right in behind him, Aaron Burson. Well, Aaron Burson has really come on in leaps and bounds this season. He's got really, really racy. He finished a fine 4th place in race number 2 for the MSC Formula 5000s. And here he is battling with Mark Dwyer. Well, we know that Dwyer's fast, and we know the T400's fast. But so too is the Talon MR1 of Aaron Burson. That's the ex-Tony Roberts car. And right in behind him, Tony Richards. And Tony Richards, who sits second in the points at the moment, is sort of being a little bit overshadowed here. Had his problems in qualifying, along with another one of the regular front runners in the form of Ian Clements and Stan Redmond. But Stan Redmond's bolted on a new set of tyres, so he's up with the pace here in the feature event. Had mechanical issues. Poor old Ian Clements had a bit more than mechanical issues. He had the radiator cap come off his car in the qualifying and poured hot water down his back, so he struggled a little, and because qualifying determines your grid positions, he's been a little bit further back than he thought he should have been. This is Aaron Burson, part of the father and son combination. His dad Peter runs a McRae GM1 and has also bought a BRM Formula 1 car. As we go back to the front of the field, and we've got a new second place, and it is the 64 of Michael Lyons. Roger Williams goes back into 3rd. Kenny Smith, well, he's pulled a bit of a disappearing act out in the front of this, the feature. There is Tony Richards, second in the points going in. Coming into this round, Kenny Smith led on 317 points. Kenny Smith on 239. Tony from Christchurch. There is another Christchurch man. This is Ian Clements. He's another one that's been uncharacteristically off the pace in the earlier races, but he's right back on it now as he batters his fellow Cantab through turns 5 and 6 and out into the fastest part of the racetrack now as they flash past the old clubhouse. And it is fast, make no mistake about it. There is Ian Clements, a past series champion. And he gets the unfamiliar task of watching his older car racing in the form of Sefton Gibb. Sefton Gibb out there in the 88. This is Tim Rush in the Beg. Right in behind him, Hamish Patterson in the Chevron. These are the best of the Class A cars, if you like. And Tim Rush, another one that's come on in leaps and bounds, comes from a sports car racing background. This man, well, he's raced everything, and he's probably won in just about everything, and he's winning here as well. Ken Smith out of Manurewa, 67 years of age now, over 51 years of consistent, constant motor racing driving in Australia and New Zealand. Boy, he astounded them in Australia, certainly at Eastern Creek, when he won everything he started in. Had some mechanical issues at Sandown. That was races rounds 2 and 1 in that order. Then, of course, we came back to New Zealand, to Christchurch for the Lady Wigram Trophy, brought to you by the Christchurch Casino. Then we went to Pukekohe Park. Now here we are at Taupo. And Roger Williams has got a bit of a battle on his hands here, because Dwyer wants a piece of him, and so too does number 1, and that is Aaron Burson. This is a battle for 3rd, 4th and 5th. Further up the road it is Ken Smith and Michael Lyons. The Lola T332 of Roger Williams in the Interscope colours. This car, ex-Danny Ongai's car, and Ongai's probably most famous in New Zealand for that horrific accident he had at the Indy 500. Anyone that's seen the footage couldn't forget his leg hanging out the front of the monocoque of his Indy car. Well, plenty of traffic here on the pit straight at Taupo. You'll see the lap drivers caught up with the front runners here. Roger Williams makes it through. Dwyer looks on the inside of Alistair Russell. They touch, and Russell rides up over his right front. Well, he was lucky to survive that, and it looked like there's fluid coming out of the side of the car as well. Stan Redmond caught in it too. Well, I don't think Alistair Russell has survived it, because I think he's pulled the car up onto the grass, and major damage on the McRae. And also coming out of that one looks to be Dwyer as well. We'll just have a look at that for you. Not affecting this man, the race leader. This is Ken Smith in the David Abbott-owned Lola T332. He's about to sneak up on Tim Rush in the big. Into the complex he comes now. Turns 13 and 14 here at Taupo using the big A1 GP circuit. And down onto the pit straight he'll come once again. Tim Rush just in front of him in the Winfield colours. Yellow flags flying, and I think that'll be a full course yellow, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see the intervention of the safety car, and that will be for Alistair Russell's McRae, which is probably stopped in what the officials will deem to be an unsafe part of the racetrack. You'll see it there. There it is. Alistair Russell out of the event. Ken Smith cruising down now. He knows the safety car is going to come out. He knows that he can get the win here in the feature and extend his points lead. Well, there is the safety car, and we've been told by the officials the race has been declared, so it means that Ken Smith will lead and will win the feature here at Taupo. Second place will be Roger Williams, and third place will be Aaron Burson. Another great drive from him.